Bring up our Bishop William Joensen. How about we do that? All right. I got to read the official part first. He completed his priestly formation at the Pontifical College Josephinum in Ohio, was ordained a priest in 1989. I was 4. He later earned his doctorate in philosophy from the Catholic University of America in Washington, D.C. in 2001. Bishop Joensen has served in various capacities, including parish ministry, spiritual director at St. Pius X Seminary in Dubuque, several academic roles at Loras College in Dubuque. He says of one of his former students, John Leonetti, quote, "I've never seen such intelligence." Thank you, Bishop. That's so kind. He was ordained and installed as the 10th bishop of the Diocese of Des Moines in 2019. And I have my new favorite quote of all the early church fathers, bishops, and saints, Bishop William Joensen, "Life does not suck." The 10th bishop of our diocese, Bishop Joensen.
So I got to say really all I wanted to say in the homily at Mass, but yes, I am William Joensen, the bishop, and it's a great grace to be in the Diocese of Des Moines, and yesterday we were in Davenport as Bishop Dennis Walsh, the 10th Bishop of Davenport, was ordained and installed. So I'll always be able to remember his anniversary because, I don't know if it's like married couples going to a wedding, but, I was celebrating my 5th anniversary yesterday. Hard to believe. So we need to be able to really get this going. I was at a conference in Washington, D.C. a few weeks ago, and the question was posed to me on a panel discussion: what are the challenges you face as being a bishop that you think get in the way of our spreading the gospel and helping people encounter Jesus? So I reflected, and the question kind of caught me by surprise a little bit. But I was thinking, well, this whole sense of social disconnection we have that's amplified by media, the ways in which, the kind of lethargy and the habits that were unfortunately built up during the pandemic. We know there are people who have a very different vision of what it means to be a human person in our society, and they've kind of pitted themselves against us and our whole understanding of the human and sexuality and all those things. But I think I really kind of missed the point as I reflected afterwards. I wonder if we Catholics ourselves are really the ones who are the greatest stumbling block for us spreading our faith and allowing people to meet Jesus. A few weeks ago, Jesus Rodriguez from Our Lady of the Americas and his team that goes out every Wednesday night for a couple of hours, knocking on doors, puerta a puerta, and just seeing if people are open. Do you want to have a conversation that might lead to further conversation about Jesus, the Bible, sacraments, and Mary? And so they invited me again to go out with them. And we went out in teams of 4, and we were 12 total, not by accident perhaps. And we went to a mobile home park on the north side of Des Moines for about a couple hours, just knocking on doors, Some of you could hear the dog growling behind the door, so it takes a little fear. But Leonidas, she's not afraid. She's this little pint-sized dynamo who fearlessly goes up to various doors, and sometimes these big hulking guys with tattoos and everything else on their arms. And that 2 hours, and among those that we met, there were 8 people out of 100 doors knocked on who wanted to go further from that initial encounter to go maybe into a relationship of connection, including the woman, the single mother, whose son Isaias with autism had not yet been baptized. Can you help me get my son baptized? Yes, yes. So out of 2 hours, 1 soul will be saved. I think that's pretty good work. And so we may knock on doors, but how do we knock on the doors of others? How do we go beyond ourselves? And after 5 years, I've got no excuses. I can't hold anything back. I need to be more fearless in going out of myself and announcing Jesus and inviting others to an encounter with him that might lead to friendship and the communion that we have. So this weekend, Christ Our Life, we're sowing seeds of God's Spirit all over the place. We might know some of the people that we're here with, but let's be open. And let's not just be consumers. All right, what am I going to get from my takeaway? But allow it to be something then, as I pray for someone else whom I know maybe their yoke is heavy, God, if I have to fast from any particular graces or feelings of your love, let that be my offering for someone else. Encounter, friendship, and communion as we sow God's Spirit. Christ, our life. Amen.